And it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that deep.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did.
This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. Now they send a man in motion right. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Sanders in motion right. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kyle Pitts from 8 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. RG3 outside of the pocket. You know that's where he can be really dangerous with the feet or here the arm.
And that scares defenses in a big way because his ability to break ranks and still make big throws, or as you suggested, take off and go.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 59 yards. And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Griffin will try and throw. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Sanders. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. To throw, it's Rodgers. And once again, this is Sanders. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. On second down, a run with Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. In motion right is Evans. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Evans has it left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Sanders. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run with Hall. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said, take the 3. But it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. Looking deep downfield. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. This still anyone's contest, a 2-point game as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Flushed out right. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sanders, touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. This is caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and in fact we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get caught. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Mike Evans, 49 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Griffin. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Griffin. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is RG3. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Griffin. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. Griffin. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Griffin going to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Badgley's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. Now Rodgers. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again. Here are the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. Now, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And touchdown! Calvin Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Snowhawks will add to their fourth quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage just switches to their opponent.
23 yards on the play. Sanders in motion right. Rodgers to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Sanders in motion right. Back to throw, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. He'll look to throw. Over to Pitts, and he's got it near the sideline. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Sanders in motion right. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So, advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams...
He's got a man, complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. Griffin. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Griffin. And it's caught. Touchdown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. From the 6. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
That's down the field and caught by Pitts. And out across midfield down to the 45. Sanders in motion right. On play action, now Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Sanders. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A huge play there in overtime, and even 40 yards. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single